President. Let's get some thoughts on it now. Go live to Beirut. Martin Jayes, their veteran journalist and broadcaster, has reported widely on Middle East issues for many years. Lovely to have you on the programme, sir. How much of a game changer is this development now that we're hearing pretty much America and Russia are on the same page with regarding Syria as it stands at the moment, as it stands these safe zones? It's good news, yeah?
I think we can be cautiously optimistic, but I think it is a game changer. Yeah, we're moving in the right direction. Previously, we haven't had anything which looks like common sense on the table before, and I think now it's important that Trump is seen to back up his words. He said he will do something about ISIS, and this is a step in the right direction.
What's it going to mean for the people caught up in this awful ongoing war there? It's going to be good news for them because it means they're going to hopefully find a little bit of safety, although it might not be in their original city, their original town, but at least in the same country, the country that they're from, yeah? It's going to be good news for them.
Well, Kevin, you've got to remember that there's an awful lot of people in Syria who have been besieged, have been trapped in cities, and who haven't been able to have access to humanitarian aid, and food and blankets and such forth. So it's going to be welcome news for any of those people in that region. It's a bad news day for ISIS and any of the extremist groups there, because traditionally their strength, their forte, if you like, is they've managed to position themselves in concentrated areas of civilians, conurbations, and it's been very difficult to have any real effective impact through bombing them, whether it's American or Arab coalition forces in the past. So from that perspective, safe zones could have a real impact. You know, it's very important to separate the extremists from civilians, and I think today is interesting because we've seen Trump's decisions that he takes on his own, and we also see Trump's decisions that he takes when he's advised by senior people in his administration. I'm absolutely certain this decision has come from James Mattis, the new defence chief.
Yeah, I mean, it would seem from a humanitarian position, just even looking at it from that point of view, a common sense move to set up these safe havens there. How come it didn't happen under the Obama administration?
Well, it could have done. I mean, the offer was there. I think it might have had something to do with who was offering it, which was, if you cast your mind back almost a couple of years, President Erdogan suggested that he wanted to create a buffer zone, if you remember, and it was pretty much the same principle: move people who are in a desperate situation away from the fighting. But I think from the Turkish perspective, and don't forget Turkey's quite important here, Erdogan wanted to also use those buffer zones as a platform for his own forces as well. So that might have given Obama cold feet from rushing in too early. But we have to remember that Obama didn't really have any policy at all in Syria. He got himself backed into a corner over his own red lines, and from there on looked as though he was only a periphery player.
Yeah, OK, we'll continue to follow this story. Sorry it was a quick chat, Martin, but lovely to see you. Martin Jay, Middle East journalist. Really good to get your perspective on this big news in there today. Hopefully a bit of a step forward for the people involved in this long, drawn-out war. Thank you.